Hi guys, it's your girl Chef Soso, the one and only. Today I'm in my kitchen and I'd like to show you how to make Ayamase, which is a Nigerian food. I'll show you the step-by-step process. Shaki, and then there's sliced goat meat, so I make sure that they cut it for me into bits. So this is unspiced, unseasoned yet, so I'm just gonna put a few ingredients and I'll put you through to every ingredient I'll be using whilst cooking this food. So just be patient with me and let's see how this turns out, okay? So I cook for events, I cook for university students, couples, I cook for people that mostly travel to the UK for holidays. So they just contract me and say, oh Sonia, we're going to be in the UK for like 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 month, however long, and they contract me and I cook for them. As well as I have a team that's working with me for catering events. So we do catering for all sort of events, you know, anything. So I've just added curry, I've added thyme, I've put a bit of stock powder. I like to use stock powder because it gives it this nice juice. You can use the crayfish stock powder, it doesn't matter. So I put a bit of Maggi cubes. I love using Maggi cubes because of the ingredient, the flavor that it adds. Yeah, so I just add a few bits and pieces because it's very good to spice your meat well. That way you have a very nice food, because when you start off in the right way, your food is going to turn out well. So that way you can even use the stock to make the sauce. But if you don't put enough ingredients whilst seasoning your meat, I'm afraid your food is not even going to taste nice. I'm sorry, but I mean, everyone has what they do, but to me, this is what I would advise from anyone. I put a bit of salt as well, and then you cover it and allow it to simmer. So just give it about 15 minutes to just get together and allow the juice to get into the meat. And then after that, we can add a bit of water and then go from there.
And what made you start cooking? What made you start this business that you have?
To be honest, I went through a few things at the university, and it got to a point where I wasn't working. So I felt, what could I do to earn a living? And I was actually very down and sad. And then I felt cooking was more therapeutic for me. And I got into cooking and I felt I cook very well. So why not commercialize this? You know, I started my cooking and I saw people paying me. So I was like, okay, why not go for it? So yeah, you know, it's what it is.
So would you say that everything happens for a reason? Would you say that?
To be honest, at that point I didn't think so, but at this point I feel like, you know, it's a process. Everything happens for a reason, because if what happened in the past didn't happen to me, wouldn't have pushed me into the direction of cooking, because obviously I studied law. So being a lawyer and a chef, you know, it was a big deal for my parents, but now they've accepted it and they love it. So the meat is done. Just pour it into a bowl and we're just gonna let it simmer for a minute whilst I go on the next step. So for the Ayamase sauce, I'll be using bell pepper, the green one, because obviously Ofada sauce is green. I'll be using this big tatashe. Nigerian people call it tatashe. It's very big and it's sometimes sweet, sometimes hot, but yeah. And then I'll be using scotch bonnet. So I'm just gonna cut it, I'm gonna blend it, and then I'll put it in the pot just to parboil it and make sure that it gets soaked in just for like 15 minutes. And then afterwards, we'll go on the next step. Making our Ayamase. A lot of people I know, they love this sauce, and this is one of my signature food. Every of my clients, whenever I make them this Ayamase, they love it so much. And they always come back for more. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know I'm Hausa. When I tell them I'm Hausa, they're like, how do you cook Yoruba food then? So basically, Yoruba is a part of Nigeria, same as Hausa. But it's just I have the opportunity to work with a few Yoruba caterers, and I I learned it from there, you know. So when you're cutting this, you have to make sure you take out this bit because it's bitter. If you don't take it out, your sauce is not going to taste nice. So you have to make sure you take your time and take it out. Else, you'll just end up cooking a very, very bitter sauce. Like, make sure it's thoroughly clean like this. Yeah? That's a smart move, you know. You support people as well as put yourself out there because his own audience are different from yours.
Why did you want to be a lawyer? Why did you enroll university as a lawyer?
To be honest, being a lawyer has always been a dream from childhood. But one thing I failed to realize is back in high school, I was very good at food and nutrition. I mean, I was one of the top students. But I never knew that you could go to school to become a nutritionist. So I just felt, okay, become a lawyer and then you can, you know, own a restaurant or whatever. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm currently doing masters in something that has to do with food. So
Is it hard to balance university and your side business?
it's very hard because I've always planned to give my university 100% of me. You know, going to university, having a business, having a full-time job. I mean, I'm single at this point, but imagine if I was to be married, how would I juggle this? But it's not easy, but it's helped me to be able to control a lot of things. And I feel like I can handle anything. So yeah, it's hard, but it's an experience I'm in for. Palm oil, mixture of this and sunflower oil. Normally people will use bleach oil, but I like to do mine myself. I just put it in and I just let it fry. Just fry bits and pieces. I'm going to fry the meat because the meat is what it needs to get fried. That way the oil gets bleached that way. So yeah, you just fry the meat. You allow it to fry for like 2-3 minutes.
So was it hard for your parents to accept your change of?
To be honest, yeah. My dad was like, no, I mean this. So he made me promise him that, okay, you finish law school and then you do your own thing. So I'm like, okay. And currently my dad would make a joke and say, oh, Sonia is a lawyer by profession and a chef by passion. And they've come to realize that part of me and they love it. I mean, they're willing to support me, sponsor me, anything I need to do. They're happy about it.
So what's your advice for someone who has a passion but they have to do a university course that their parents told them to do?
I'll be honest with you, don't disobey your parents though. I mean, if you can't make your parents realize that this is where you want to go, I feel like it's not long, just do what they want you to do, and at the end of the day, just focus on your own thing, like, you know. But I feel like at this point, a lot of parents are beginning to realize that it's not just about what they want for us, but it's about what is better for us, what we're happy doing. You know, I mean, I love cooking. My parents have accepted it, and I have my younger brothers now talking about how they want to be chefs and all that. You know, I have my mom calling me, oh, I saw this person on the TV, she's cooking, she's doing this, oh, I just think about you. So, you know, they get to a point where they just accept you for who you are. So don't give up. You know, you can be going to school for whatever it is and also doing your own passion. You know, you can chase both of it, because I've done all of it and I'm still alive, you know. And don't forget God, because God has helped me in all of this, you know. I couldn't have done it without church, without God, without my mentors. We call it dawa dawa. Iru. Everyone has a name for it though. So you allow it to fry inside of it. And just leave it to fry for 5 minutes or less.
Oh, it looks brown and nice.
So you can see when you fry it, it looks brown and it's nice and it smells very good. Like if you're here, you can actually feel.
I can smell it.
Like it's amazing. It smells so nice. That way you're bleaching your oil.
Okay.
That way you're bleaching it. You don't have to go and buy bleached oil. Just have to fry it. I'm gonna put a bit of onion in it. So now I'll put the boiled pepper. So at this point, it still doesn't look as beautiful as it should, but we're just gonna close it, put the stock, and allow it to cook for a few minutes. Mind you, I haven't put any Maggi or salt or anything, it's just the ingredient from the stock meat. So we're just gonna cover it and let it cook. Can you just smell how nice that is? This is the main Ayamase by the Yoruba people.
What can you eat this with?
You can boil white rice. That's the only thing basically, white rice.
Where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years' time? What are your goals?
To be honest, my goals would be to own a very big restaurant, both in the UK, Nigeria, and every other place that I could lay my hands on. I'm hoping to lean on the political side of Nigeria. So at this point, I'm just trying to groom myself. I'm being mentored by the best. You know, I look up to the governor of my state, El Rufai. So in 5 years, I should be married to, you know, by then I'll have my first set of twins. Amen.
Yes, say it.
But yeah, I should be married. I should be a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. You know, own businesses, you know, help open charities to help the less privileged, and a lot of things I have in plans for myself.
From what you told me earlier, you said that your brother likes cooking now, so you come from a cooking background.
Yeah, everyone loves cooking at home now. They love it. Like my mom has rested. Everyone is cooking. Everyone, I promise you. Even to the least of them, everyone wants to cook.
What's your advice for a girl or a boy who is not sure about what they want to do in the future, but when they see you, you're so optimistic, you're so passionate about what you're doing, they want to find something that they're passionate about? What's your advice for them?
To be honest, at some point I got confused about who I wanted to be, but what has helped me was getting the right mentoring. You know, I have a very good parent. They're amazing. They mentor me. I tell my mom this, I tell my daddy, and they say, okay, why not go for this? And I listen to them. Aside that, I have my beautiful mentors, Pastor C, Evangelist Onyeka. I have my Auntie Joyce. I have a few people I look up to, and when I'm worried about the path I want to go, and above all, I pray. I don't joke about prayers. I pray to God. When I go on my knees and I'm unsure about anything, I speak to God, and He just directs my path. So if you're ever confused about who you are, about finding yourself, about the path you want to go, I feel like the first thing you should do is pray to God. Surround yourself with the right people, because a lot of young people like us, we get confused and go to our friends, and these are people that are inexperienced. They can't even lead themselves, talking of leading us. So the best thing is speak to your parents. If you don't have parents, look for mentors, speak to God, and you'll find yourself.